not every day that we get to go and pick up rare, authentic JDM parts here, but today is one of those days. But it wouldn't be a little road trip without some California traffic. We're actually making our way up to a shop called Mastermind, which is the JDM plug here in Southern California. I'm super excited to show you guys. I haven't even seen this place, but supposedly it's JDM heaven. Right when I film. For what we're doing, this is gonna be awesome. This is where the magic happens, huh? Oh man, it's like Walmart for JDM car parts in here, dude.
Yeah, it's a little empty right now because we're waiting for the delivery on the next thing.
Wheels, parts, and everything, dude. Oh, she's beautiful. This thing's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Little care package, hardware.
Just some BN Sports fenders hanging out. So locally, this is the JDM plug. Funny enough, we see each other pretty much every time we go to Auto Salon. Yeah, that's always importing, finding parts. This is where you guys can find pretty much, or at least order any stuff for your JDM car that you want. So as you guys saw, BN Sports, today we're picking up a little something for the Chaser, which we'll show you guys when we get back to the shop. But this place is covered in just JDM boxes everywhere. Side skirts, fenders. Look at this. Full-on body kits back here, and like some of the holy grail for the 8.6 guys. Aim gain. I mean, lots and lots of JDM stuff here. But today, working on one of my favorite cars that I own, which is still very surprising to me. It's the best. Parts acquired, time to head back to the shop and get to work. It's like the best part, being able to pick up parts and install them same day. Best feeling. All right, see you guys when we get back to the shop. Successful trip, rare JDM parts secured. Today we'll be working on what has become one of my favorite cars, which is really funny because initially when I bought this car, I never even expected that I would want to own it, and it's turned into one of my favorite cars that I've ever owned and am currently building. And that is the JZX100 Chaser. Now, we haven't made a ton of videos on this car lately, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been driving it. If you guys follow the TikTok or the Instagram, any of that stuff, I post about this car all the time. And really, I've just been having fun owning it and driving it. I initially bought this car as kind of like a quote-unquote beginner drift car, and that has slowly but surely turned into just my everything car. Daily driving this car, learning how to drift, and just overall like kind of being a street shark car, having fun with it. It's just a fun haver, I guess you could call it. And I've been really loving driving it, taking it on night runs, and just cruising around in this car, having fun with the capability of being able to slide this thing whenever I want. That's the best part, and just learning while I'm doing it. It's been nice to have a car like that where I can just do whatever I want with no real agenda and just have fun and drive it like a street car if I want, or have fun, go out and learn to drift if I want. And that's where today comes in. Now, like I told you guys at the beginning, we usually don't have the opportunity to go pick up rare JDM parts, especially for the Chaser. They're hard to get unless you order them or you know they're coming out months in advance. So when my friends over at Mastermind called me to tell me that they have a, number one, a JZX100 Chaser part coming in, but number two, the Carbon M Sports hood coming in stock that's not claimed, I knew I had to grab it. Number one being because it's M Sports. M Sports is like the golden era 90s auto styling companies out of Japan. They're actually based in Ibaraki Prefecture in Japan, and it's definitely one of the shops I want to visit at some point coming up in one of my next Japan trips. It's sick, it's carbon fiber, and it's vented. Did we necessarily need this? No, but the Chaser's gonna look so fire with the carbon bonnet on it, with the vents, and just to throw the M Sports on there as well. But before we do that, we got a couple of more things that we gotta get done on the Chaser. Now, before we even get started, I do have to give a big thank you to Fitment Industries, especially for this build. They've been so knowledgeable on getting me proper wheel specs, and we even just got a fresh set of some new drift spares of their brand new Inovio wheels, which are absolutely fire. These are gonna hold us over. We actually have a set of wheels being custom built, and if you're an OG of the channel, you're gonna be really, really stoked when you see them finished. Now, they've been away for like 3 months and it's taking a lot longer than I expected, but I'm gonna keep you guys updated on the new wheels very, very soon. But not only have they been super knowledgeable about the wheels, of course the suspension as you guys saw, but also in finding the parts that we need to make this build. They also work a lot with MA Performance, and both of them have been super helpful. So if you guys need wheels, tires, suspension, modifications, etc., I'm gonna leave a link to Fitment Industries down in the description box below, especially if you are having trouble finding wheel specs. Their gallery makes it so easy, and you can visually see the different size wheels on your personal car, so you can get an idea of perfect spec on what you want to go with. It's really sick. I'm gonna leave a link down below for them. First things first, before we get into any of the fun stuff, we have a little bit of maintenance to do. We're gonna be doing an oil change on the car today. One of the last videos that you guys saw of the Chaser was actually us drifting this thing, and it was a ton of fun. The car rips, and the new angle kit made it so much better. We're gonna change the oil real fast, put some fresh VR1 in there, and then we can get going on the fun stuff.
Let's give them a flashback of what happened last time.
Here's your flashback. Why is that milk? Let's hope that that is not what's about to come out of here. All right, please. This shouldn't be too hot, should it? There we go. Oh,
hey!
it's just oil.
There's no water.
But why was it watery before?
I don't know. Ran the crap out of this car too, so
That's great.
there's no water.
I love that. That's sick.
It fixed itself. It's a 1J.
We're just gonna go with that. It's fixed. But there is a solution that we will do pretty soon. We have a whole plan for, I guess I could say, the front end of this car. But for now, oil change will do. Now that we know that's not milky, that's a very, very good sign.
Yeah, because last time you guys saw what happened. So, milk is usually water, and that is definitely not what happened.
That is not what happened.
It's been a good, I don't know what, 1,500 miles we put on the car.
It's the VR1.
Because I drove this down to LA.
Yeah, it's true. Today's video is starting off very, very good. Let's fill this thing up with oil, then exhaust time. No, stock turbo. All right, today we're gonna be using Valvoline VR1 and the 10W30 for our JZ. Obviously using VR1 for the high performance capabilities of the car. We are gonna be drifting it. Even though I street drive it most of the time, having the peace of mind of having VR1 in case we wanna go have some fun with it is the best. Now, let me show you guys why we decided to do Tomei. Come check this out. You guys know, when I first bought this car, I was stoked that it had the Kakimoto Catback exhaust. This is actually a really nice exhaust for the car, but I'm sure at that angle you can probably see what's going on inside the exhaust here. Last time we went drifting, we completely blew out the muffler in the Kakimoto exhaust, so this thing is basically useless and just shooting out toxic fumes with the metal shavings and stuff. So it's about time to get a new exhaust, and honestly, JDM cars and Tomeis just go together. I don't think there's a better sounding exhaust than the Tomei, and I've never been a JZ guy, but I know how good these things can sound, and I can only imagine how beautiful this exhaust note's gonna be with a big, fat, juicy titanium Tomei exhaust. Get her open and we'll start installing. Just so you guys can hear what the exhaust sounds like currently, I'm gonna go ahead and start it, give you a couple little revs, and then we'll get started. It's got like a really nice tone, JZ tone right now. Oh, this exhaust needs some help there. Don't get me wrong, the Kakimoto sounds fantastic. This Tomei is about to completely change this entire car. And you guys know how much I like exhausts. This is gonna be spicy. Easy. That was easy. That was literally the fastest exhaust install we've ever done. It was about 2 minutes. Titanium Tomei exhaust installed. Number one, extremely lighter. Not that that necessarily matters for this car, but much lighter. This exhaust is also much sturdier than the old Kakimoto exhaust. And it's gonna sound great. All we gotta do are the scary spring clamps, and then we can give this thing a first start. It's literally, this is your rite of passage for being able to run a Tomei. Here we go. Oh, it's so scary. Did I get it? Oh, I didn't realize this is in the packaging, but this is kind of cool. This is like a newer version of the Tomei, but now there's only one spring clamp, and they include like this rubber stuff to like go around the spring clamp so it doesn't like rattle your exhaust, I guess. It's pretty cool. Number two. This one is a hard one because there's a curve. I would be outside of the line of fire for this. Oh, did I get it? Oh. First try. Dang. Guess I could have made it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
No one will ever see it, but it's important. No fingerprints on your exhaust, especially titanium. Oh yes, so good. I forgot how good a Tomei looks coming out of the back of a car. All right, JZX100 Tomei exhaust installed. To get the first start. Oh yeah, there she is. So warm up for just a second. Give her some sauce, Tim. Warmed up a little bit. Let's see how she sounds. JZ noises. Oh. The JZX should sound. Oh my god. And without the downpipe, dude, it's perfect. Like honestly, it's not ear piercing at all, but it's got a ton more tone than the Kakimoto exhaust and just sounds exactly how a JZ should. Let me get in here. Hey, listen to this thing, dude. Yes. That's what this needed so bad. So much better. Another mission success on the Chaser. Now we can get on with the big mod here. The Tomei sounds awesome, but let's give this thing some spark and some flair. I'm really excited to start doing some more cosmetic mods on the JZX100. Did this technically need the carbon bonnet? No, but it is going to look sick and release a lot of hot air out of this engine bay, which is going to be so rad. And like I said, if a carbon M Sports bonnet pops up, there's no way I can pass up the chance to buy it. And this thing is absolutely beautiful. And it's just gonna add so much flair to the front end of this car. We do have wide fenders on order, but those are coming from Japan and it'll be probably a couple of months till those come in. I did get Origin 50 mil front fenders to kind of help with this, kind of help with our Ebisu stance here. So once that comes in, it'll really tie in the whole front of this car. But for now, let's go ahead and get this OEM hood off and get the M Sports carbon bonnet installed on this thing. Again, coming from working on the Porsche for so long, it is so nice to be back working on a 90s JDM car. It's so simple and easy. For this hood, we're just gonna knock off the hood struts, the hood mounts, pull this guy off, and then we'll be able to pull on the M Sports. Heavy hood, dude.
This is actually really good.
Not gonna lie, the Chaser looks pretty rowdy without a hood. All right, OEM hood is off. This thing is immensely heavy. This thing is very, very heavy. We saved a lot of weight using the Tomei, and we definitely saved a lot of weight using this full carbon hood. I mean, this thing feels like a feather compared to the OEM. So this is gonna be absolutely freaking sick. Let's get it on. All right, so we do have the JDM Chaser Grill, which is a super rad piece that this car came with. Per usual, every carbon / fiberglass hood that you get will need a little bit of modification. The holes don't quite line up with the holes for the grill, so we're gonna open those up a little bit and get this thing to fit properly. Do the honors, Tim. Let's see if it works.
I'm scared.
First try.
Oh my god.
It's so light, dude.
You got everything out of there, right?
Yeah, we're good to go. I got my bolts, yeah.
Sweet. Just
Give her a shot, make sure she latches. Dude, how's the gappage? It's a little bit of a gap on this side. Move over just a little bit, but look how freaking sick this hood is. What I love about the M Sports hood is it's not overly aggressive. It's just aggressive enough. Now, I really do like the D-Max hood. That's kind of like my Z-Tune hood for the R34. But this, for the Chaser, I think is so nice. Check this out. Just adds that little bit of aggression in the front with the big vent on the bonnet. That's perfect. All right, we're gonna adjust it and get this perfect. Every time we work on this car, I fall more and more in love. It's just so cool. The Chaser has been so much fun to build. I don't know why, like I said, I love the fact that we can drive this car around every day, yet I'm not afraid to beat it up and have fun with it. Like, the best way to describe the Chaser for me is clean, but not afraid to party. Anyways, the hood came out freaking amazing. Tomei Exhaust, of course, sounds freaking fantastic. Now tonight we're actually gonna take the Chaser out for a little local car meet with some friends. We're all heading out and taking our cars out to go grab boba, and tonight we're taking a special guest. Hey buddy, you wanna go with Dad? Yeah? Sparko's first trip in the Chaser. Big boy. Go for a ride. Oh, with the Tomei, it just sounds so mean now. Perfect tone for the JZ. All right. Oh, yes. It makes such good JZ noises. Now I definitely think performance-wise, I really want to keep stock turbo for as long as possible. I think front mount intercooler, maybe an upgraded ECU, and a tune on the stock turbo with like downpipe front mount radiator, that would be like ideal. But so far, that's what I love about this car. Literally what we're doing right now. Can go drift it, slide it, have fun with it, but drive it on the street with ice cold AC, Sparco chilling in the back, not too crazy loud, but comfortable enough to just cruise in Street Shark on the streets. It's clean yet kind of beat up because we actually use it and still drive it on the street. That's one of my favorite parts about Japan and builds in Japan in general. We'll see a lot of like the Toge or drift cars at Daikoku or at the local meets, and a lot of them are beat up, but they still drive them and cruise them on the street every single day, which I think is so cool, and I really wanted to bring that with my Chaser here. And today definitely stepped that up a notch. One thing I love about the new hood is you can see the vent poking right out of the front. That's such a cool shot. I will say, for having the Ebisu stance and having this full angle kit, the Chaser drives so well and perfectly straight, which is super, super nice. Granted, I'm sure we go through tires like crazy if we actually drove this thing a lot, but it drives really, really nice with suspension and all the arms. We made it. We got the boys here. We're gonna get some boba. There are some sick freaking cars here. S2Ks, not necessarily car meet, but just friends meet up here. These guys gather here at Monster Snow all the time, so I decided to come out tonight and brought all their cars out, which is super sick. It's always nice to get out with friends and just cruise in your cars, but one of my favorite Supras ever, Jay's A90, so sick. With the green Advans, fire. We didn't just get Bobo, we got Sparko's favorite treat so he can enjoy with the boys. Here you go, buddy. Gonna make car shows his favorite thing.
I thought it was forced to be some benefit. He did too.
Oh, this makes me want to get the S2K back on the road so bad. What do you think, buddy? Convertible? This thing is so clean. The hood, TEs, I love the side skirts on this. And then I think cherry on top, the red Recaros, so fire. Then we got James's R35 right here, absolutely sick. Good little squad tonight. He loves Uncle Jay. When are you gonna come by the shop? Bring the soup.
I don't know, you're the busy guy, dude. I feel like I come in and you're like, get out, dude, we're busy.
This is sick. Thanks for the invite, finally. Come out with the boys.
Right.
Oh, the JDM CD lives on forever. Perfect way to end the night. Good to be able to cruise around in this car and have fun, go to little meets like that with the boys. Definitely gotta plan our next drift day, but for now, just get to enjoy it. And Sparko too. He's probably sleeping back there. Successful night out. The Chaser is just so good. Clean, but not afraid to party. And the M Sports hood, just the cherry on top up front. I can't wait to get our fenders. Once the fenders come in, I'm definitely gonna get this clear coated, get the new fenders painted, and get this front bumper painted that we just DIY painted here. Once the fenders come in, it'll really complete the front end of this car, and I just want to make this thing look hot, boy. I am so excited. It's definitely gonna have a street stance versus its drift boy stance, and once the fenders come in and the new wheels are done being built, this thing is going to be insane. But anyways, very successful day. I am super stoked. I gotta get Sparko back upstairs. It's actually pretty late. That is gonna be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Chaser video. I know we don't do enough of it, but I'm definitely gonna keep making videos on this car and just taking it out to meets and having fun, kind of like tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button. Leave us a comment down below on what you guys want to see with the Chaser. I'm curious. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out.